Hi. Psychoanalysts state that it's possible to identify personality disorders when people are 22 years old. But in fact, it's possible to identify personality disorders when children are 4 years old. And I will take as examples my kids. My daughter is 12 years old and my son is 6 years old. So the first sign is the ability to be open. My son tells me everything when he comes from school. My daughter is very private. She doesn't tell a lot and she answers just my questions. Mostly she prefers to answer yes or no. Uh, the second sign is mm, ability to admit that you are right or wrong. So my son can admit that he is wrong. My daughter lies. She doesn't take responsibility for her actions. She never admits that she's wrong, even in details. For example, if I'm calm and just say, "Oh, you put that thing here, but you needed to put it there," she will tell me, "No, it wasn't me." So she never admits that she's wrong. The third sign is attitude uh, to dirty things. My son cleans the cage of the parrot and this cage with the poop, and it's not a problem for my son. My daughter never cleans the cage, and she's very squeamish. She doesn't like touching dirty things. And um, yeah, she prefers that when everything is clean around. Another sign, humiliation. So my son never humiliated anybody, and my daughter used to humiliate her brother. But I solved this problem, and next time I will tell you how. And the last sign, it is connected only with girls. It is related only to girls. So I taught my daughter, maybe since she was 5 years old, that it's a good idea to put your clothes carefully so they will not crumple. But even now, my daughter is not too careful with her clothes. And I teach her that it's a good idea to look neat and to check her outlook before she goes out, but again, she is not very careful with her look. When we were in the shelter, the counselors started to communicate with my kids, and even when we moved to the apartment, she continued to communicate with my kids. But what happened? My son is open, and she told her everything as it was. Yes, I tried to unlock the bedroom of my sister when she locks it. Yes, I fight. Yes, I can be rude with my sisters. He admitted everything. And a counselor saw the problem and she started to work with him. She started to teach him how to express his anger in a healthy way, how to respect other people's boundaries, and so on. But my daughter has two faces. She never told anybody that she was wrong. She never took the responsibility for anything. Uh, she um, she's shy, quiet, private, and she looks decent. So maybe in a week, yeah, it was in June, the counselor just stopped communicating with my daughter because she didn't see any problems with her. And my daughter has the personalities disorders. My son is on the individualization level, but he is open, and he's open with his anger as well. So the counselor is aware of tips, different psychological tips, but the counselors and psychologists, they see just the part of the iceberg that is above the water, but they don't see what is covered in underwater level. Uh, they don't see the bottom part of the iceberg. And when I worked at school, the situation was pretty the same. The counselors saw just the top part of the iceberg, and they mostly corrected the behavior of kids who were on the individualization level because they expressed their anger openly. But they didn't work closely with kids with personalities disorders, except of autistic kids. But I will share my experience at school later. So why my kids are so different? When my daughter was small, I worked, and she spent more time with my mom, who is a narcissistic psychopath, than me. That time I didn't realize this. And my mom humiliated her, and she spanked her, though I was against this. So some Western countries, they allow spanking in toddlers, but spanking leads kids to personalities disorders. So the constant spanking. So try to avoid spanking. It's important. It's crucial. Don't spank your toddlers. It leads to personalities disorders. My son was born as soon as we came to Canada, and my mom stayed in Ukraine. So mostly I raised my son. I paid more attention to him than my husband. I never humiliated him, and I never spanked him. So he doesn't have any personality disorders. But next time I will tell you the difference between the narcissism, psychopathy, and sociopathy in kids. Thank you. Bye bye.